Good morning. We are at Hawk Mountain campsite and it rained all night long. And my tent is got a lot of condensation on it and it's supposed to rain potentially until about 1 o'clock today. And then no more rain for the rest of the day and through tomorrow. And that's as far as I can see as far as weather goes. But slept on and off but through the night. Lower back's a little bit tight and one of my ITB bands on my left side, but starting to get ourselves together and get our tents packed up and wipe off all the condensation. I'll be putting on a wet shirt and wet socks, but kind of wet. It's not totally wet, but it's a little damp. So we'll get headed out, and our goal today is to get to Gooch Mountain Shelter. And we are a little bit concerned about the norovirus that's going around, so we won't stay in the shelter, but hopefully we'll get there early enough to set up our tents and let things dry out before we get in there for the night. So that's the goal so far, but I'll see you on the trail. Bye. Well, it is almost 10 o'clock and we are getting ready to break camp. It's been a slow morning, but it was raining, so we took our time and tried to get some things dried out. Didn't work too well, but it is supposed to be nice for the rest of the day, so we're hoping that maybe during lunchtime we can break some of our stuff out and let it dry out. I had chicken teriyaki for breakfast this morning since I didn't have it for dinner last night, and Ronnie had some oatmeal and dried fruit in his oatmeal. So there's Ronnie over there getting his stuff over there. His camp was over on that side and then my camp was right over here. So good day. We didn't sleep great, but I feel like I'm rested, so I'm not going to complain about that. And it's dry now, so it's a good day. I hope you guys are having an awesome time, and we will see you on the trail shortly.
Great day.
Look at that big old hole right there in the middle of that tree. I'm just picturing a big old bear sticking his head out of there.
Yeah, a big old bear.
Big old bear. All right, there's Ronnie.
Today is the day I'm embracing the suck starting now.
Yeah, he wasn't quite embracing it earlier, but he's got it. Just stopped for water on a small creek. They said it was unreliable, but it turned out to be good. And now we're coming down to a road crossing, and I think there's trail magic here. I'm so excited. My first ever on trail magic. Super uber cool. Just came, where'd we come from? Over here, and came over here and look at what there was. There's trail magic. And so, will you introduce yourself? Because I know you're through hikers, so I'd love
Lori
for you.
Day. I was class of 23 last year, so.
Yep, he's sharing all sorts of good information for me. And then we just appreciate, look at this spread they have here. It's awesome. And then there's my brother drying out his
Heck yeah.
So thank you guys so much.
You're
we really
welcome.
appreciate it. Well, we just did our first decent sized climb out of Cooper Gap, and we are going to be experiencing some PUDs, which are pointless up and downs, until we get to Gooch, which is 6.8 miles to go. So the day has turned out to be beautiful, very windy and a little chilly. It's supposed to be freezing today, tonight I should say, but I really enjoyed talking to the people down by the Trail Magic. And Lordy, I can't remember his name, but it was Lordy something. He did the trail in 2023 and was giving me some good advice. So that was fun. I enjoyed that. And Ronnie dried out his tarp, and we tried to give his wife a call, but the reception was a little sketchy. So maybe sometime later on today we can get some phone service. But yeah, day 2 is going good so far. There's a little bit of the view that we have today. I'm assuming that we probably wouldn't see that in the summertime with all the trees, but yeah, I think we are. There's the trail we just came from, and this way is more mountains ahead of us. fabulous view up here. Just took a big climb, as you can tell by my breathing, but met a hiker named Happy who has done the CDC, the PCT, and is now doing the AT. So I'm sure that was probably one of the last times that we'll see her, because she's way faster than we are. We are coming down a pretty significant climb that we just finished and heading over to Gooch Mountain. And there's a shelter there that we had planned on staying at, but they now, at Gooch Gap, they have Trail Magic, and they said there's some tent sites available there. And they are fixing dinner and breakfast. So we are going to consider that as our stopping point for today. I think that would be pretty cool. And, you know, I just want to take in all the experiences I can. So if we're feeling it and we feel like we can go another 1.1 miles, we'll have to go over Gooch Mountain to get there, but see what happens. I'll keep you up to date. I just took my first tumble. I tripped over a stinking rock and took a couple steps and fell gracefully, of course. Didn't hurt anything. Just now I have dirty pants and a dirty shirt, but it was graceful.
There was a thump.
There was a pretty big thump, but I took a couple steps and went down low and slow. This is a beautiful section. We met this gentleman named Jason, who's from Ohio, and he's out here hiking with us.
Oh, gotcha. I wish I could, man.
Phew,
Normally that's not my problem.
beautiful. All right, this is one of the coolest water crossings we've had so far. So Ron is stepping his way over. We're still on our way to Gooch Gap. All right. We are getting very close to Gooch Mountain Shelter, which we may stop at and take advantage of the privy, but just thought this was very cool. I'm sure that this will get even more closed in as the summer arrives, but this is what I would consider March's version of the Green Tunnel. But after we go to the shelter, we are going to try to move on to the Gap and stay there. We have just come into an evergreen forest, and it's so beautiful. You can hear the water down there rushing. We're about a half a mile from Gooch Mountain Shelter. I feel like I just pulled this out to videotape, and I'm doing it again because this is just so beautiful. We had a lot of stops today, but they've been good. We have arrived at Gooch Gap Shelter and camping area, and there are tent pads all around here, and they're big enough for 2 tents. So my brother and I are going to put our tent sets on our tents on the same sleeping pad. That's not it, it's just a different, but it's kind of like Tent City here. It's pretty cool. And then there's a privy, bare boxes like that one right there. There's bare hangs, and there's the shelter that you can sleep in if you want. It's 8 o'clock in the evening, and I am in bed, ready to have lights out. Had beef and noodles for dinner, and got to meet a couple more hikers. We had Trail Magic today, and some pretty good climbs. And then tomorrow we go from Gooch Gap to Jarrett Gap, I believe, and then we have to make a decision on whether we're going to stealth camp or get a shuttle into a hostel. So more on that tomorrow. Bye.